Hey guys, thank you so much for clicking on this video. Today we are doing another cloth diapering video. We're going to talk about cloth diapering frequently asked questions. This is actually my third video in this series about cloth diapering. I did the cloth diapering 101, just like all the things that you really need to know to get started cloth diapering while you're a pregnant mom. Then the next video I did a routine, how I wash and where I store them, and troubleshooting, things like that. That's a very helpful video if you're wanting to cloth diaper. I totally recommend that you look up other people's wash routines, and I will link that video so you can find it easily from my channel. And so this video is going to be frequently asked questions, just concerns and things that I find women often have questions about or wonder about. So I have 4 questions that I thought of that I have heard other people ask me, but if you have any other questions, I would be happy to answer them. I could literally talk about cloth diapering forever. I don't know why. I think it's just the amount of research that I've done on it, and I'm really passionate about cloth diapering, and I think it's a great thing for everyone to try if that's something that is a possibility for you. So if you have any questions, I'd be more than happy to answer them. So please leave them in the comment section down below. So the first question that I thought of is it worth it? And this, I feel like, encompasses a lot of other questions, like, is it worth it? Is it worth my time? Is it worth my money? Is it really better for me or for my baby or the environment? And to all those questions, yes, it is, in my personal opinion. It is worth my time. It's worth my money. It is better for my child, for me. I believe it's better for the environment. So if I had to answer those questions simply, I would just say yes, it is. It's worth it. And I believe that most anyone can do it. I think if you live in a house where you have access to a washer and dryer, your own washer and dryer at all times, then it's definitely worth it. If you are, especially if you're a stay-at-home mom, it's totally worth it. But if you're living in an apartment, or you don't have a washer and dryer, you use somebody else's washer and dryer, or you go to a laundromat or something, there are definitely factors that would cause it to be less worth it. It is so expensive to use a laundromat, and you never know if those washers are being cleaned regularly and properly. You don't know the detergents that get used in there. It can cause detergent buildup on your diapers and things. So yes, I would say, speaking from my own personal experience, so I'm not trying to be insensitive to anyone with a different lifestyle than me. I'm just saying I can only speak from my experience, and my experience is that yes, it's totally worth it. And I think especially the money issue, if you're gonna cloth diaper multiple children, the money thing is not even an issue. Like, you break even easily after the first 6 months of your first kid. If you buy, and that's like, I mean, pretty much everybody, unless you're consistently buying diapers and causing more expenses to build up, obviously, then it won't break even. But if you're trying to save money, you definitely will, especially over multiple kids, by not buying, and consistency, right? So if you're only cloth diapering during the day and not when you're out, or if your child goes to daycare and you don't cloth diaper at daycare, and you're only using 3 cloth diapers a day, then it may not be worth it, or it may take a lot longer for you to break even. It really just depends on your situation. But I would say, if your kid is being cloth diapered most of the time, if you're planning on cloth diapering multiple children, and you're not over buying diapers, like buying really expensive diapers or constantly buying more diapers, then it's totally worth it in the money aspect. As far as time, that's something that you have to judge for yourself. And that's where I really encourage you to watch wash routines to see if this is something that seems manageable to you. The next question I have is it a lot of work? And to that I say, Obviously, it's more work than using disposable diapers, but I will also say that it's completely obtainable if you stay on top of it. So don't buy 100 diapers and then let them all pile up and then do 5 loads of laundry in one day. If you stay on top of your laundry, if you stay on top of your diaper laundry, if you're spraying as you go, you know, those types of things, you're staying on top of it, it's totally obtainable. But if you're waiting until the last second to stuff all of your diapers, if you're waiting until the last second to do the laundry, it's gonna be more challenging and it's gonna be a little bit more time consuming all at once, if that makes sense. So the next question is a little bit more lighthearted, but a totally legitimate question. The last 2 questions are actually. And so for the next question I have, does it smell? Yes, it smells. Okay, like I'm just gonna be 100% real with you. It smells, of course. Like it's your child's pee and poop sitting in a basket or a wet bag for days at a time. Like, of course it smells. But I will say I've also gone periods of time where I've done disposable diapers and I have a diaper genie for those. And that would still smell sometimes. You're having a baby. Your house is not gonna smell like roses all the time. And obviously there's ways to help this. For us, it's not a huge issue because Rosie has her own bathroom. No one else uses that bathroom. It's not the guest bathroom. It's not our bathroom, like it's her own. No one else uses it. And so for us, it's really not a big deal. There's a window in that bathroom. We crack the window if we need to. We turn the exhaust fan on. We light a candle. We spray an air freshener. To us, like the smell is so easy to deal with. So we don't really worry about it. And like I said, it doesn't matter if you're using disposables or cloth diapers, your house is gonna smell. Even if you take literally the diaper off of your child, put it in a plastic bag and immediately take it out to the dumpster, your house is still gonna smell like pee and poop somehow. That's how it works when you have a little kid. So if that really bothers you, then maybe cloth diapering isn't something that is for you. Or maybe it's something that you just need to be mindful that you need to stay on top of. The last question I have is how to deal with poop. And honestly, there's a very simple answer to this, in my opinion, and that's just using disposable liners with your cloth diapers. It makes it so that you can just, most of the time, unless your baby did a complete blowout, which nothing helps with that. Disposables or cloth diapers, I mean, that's just gonna be a mess. You're gonna have to clean up either way. But using disposable liners is usually just as effective as using a disposable diaper, except it creates a lot less waste. And if your child tends to poop on a pretty rigorous schedule, or you can at least rule out a few times a day when you know they're not gonna poop, then you don't even have to use the disposable liners all the time. I don't really know how expensive they are because I don't really use them. I don't think that they're so expensive that they're unobtainable. So if that's something that you feel like would make your cloth diapering experience a lot easier, then I would totally encourage you to invest in some disposable liners. It makes poop very easy to deal with. If you're not going to use disposable liners, obviously you can buy or make reusable liners, which you still obviously would need to clean off and everything. But that's definitely an option if you feel like that makes it easier for you. For us, we don't really use liners at all. So we do have a bidet sprayer attached to our toilet. I show that in my wash routine. And we literally just spray the poop off and then flush it down the toilet. Or a lot of times, like as your child gets older, the poop is solid enough that you can just plop it right into the toilet, flush it, and there's really nothing to deal with. Like there's really not even any staining on your diapers or anything. So totally easy to deal with. If you're cloth diapering an older child, you probably are already at that stage where most poops are gonna be super simple and easy to deal with. I know other people will do like the swish method, where they'll put on rubber gloves and they'll swish their diapers around in the toilet water and flush that. Whatever you need to do is totally up to you. For us, the bidet sprayer worked the best, and it wasn't even that expensive. I think it was like $20 off Amazon. So that is what worked really easily for us. But anyways, that is all of the questions I have today. Like I said, if you have any questions for me, I am more than happy to answer them. I really want to encourage everybody who I possibly can to cloth diaper because I think it's just awesome. Be sure to shoot me those questions, and I will see you guys in the next one.